All right, y'all. Welcome back. Another day, another dollar. So make sure you have something to write with, something to write on, so you be successful. We've got a couple problems to do, and then we'll get into the activities for today. So pause yourself if you need to get any of that stuff, and then when you're ready, join us. All right. So first problem is 280 divided by 14. Pause the problem, solve it how you know how to, and then when you're ready, hit play. So I'm going to set up my hook and ladder, right? I'm going to do 280, 14, multiply by 10, right? 14 times 10, it gives me 140. Takes a good chunk off, and it's easy to think about. So, and look at that. Got lucky. Another times 10 brings me all the way down to 0. Answer here is 20. Okay? So, let's think about this problem, right? Let's think about this here and this answer. How can we use that to help us solve this problem? All right. So without even setting up my hook and ladder, right? And some of you may know this already, but we're trying to think of this relationship. We're really working on these relationships, guys. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Okay. How do we get from 280 to 28? Well, we divide by 10. Okay. So because we divided this by 10, we've got to divide this by 10 as well. So then that's equal to 2. And so without having to do anything new, right? I took what I knew, applied it to here. Could be the same going the opposite. If I already knew that 14 went into 28 twice, I could have said, all right, well, I know I times this by 10, so I'm going to times this by 10. Right? And so why are we thinking about this stuff? Because it makes your partial quotient a lot easier. Right? If I knew 14 times 2 is 28 and did 20, boom, I'm done this problem in one step. Okay, this one was only 2, but the idea is it'll make life a lot easier when it could be difficult. So think about these problems. Hopefully you have these written down on your paper already with your strategy. See if you can use these going forward. How can these help you moving on to these next couple of problems? So if we think about 308 divided by 14, pause the video. Okay, solve it. See if using what you had can help you out. Okay? So what I notice is there's a 280 in here, right? Because there's 308. So it's 280 plus 28. So if I do 280, which divided by 14, which I already know is 20, and this 28 divided by 14 was 2, then all I have to do is add these two together to get my answer of 22. So that's a way I was able to use that 280 and actually that 28 to help me get this answer without having to do a hook and ladder at all. Okay? Think about this problem. I'll extend the page a little bit. 252 divided by 14. Go ahead and pause it and solve this one. So this one's a little different than the last one, right? Because this was 308, and I could see that there was a 280 plus more in there. This one, you don't really see it that well, right? So if you need to set up a hook and ladder here, that's totally fine, okay? But I am going to show you where there is a relationship. We can't just be thinking of adding on to what we know. This is going to be 280 subtract 28. And again, like if you're thinking like, well, Mr. Root Part, I would never be able to see that by myself. Count up 252 plus how much would get me 280. See if there's a relationship there. And if there's not, like you've spent 5 extra seconds, right? It's not that big of a deal. So if we divide 280 by 14, we already know that's 20. 28 divided by 14, we already know that's 2. So I'm left here with 18. Now, y'all, this is a problem that saves you a bunch of steps. Because if I come over here and do it, which again, totally fine if you have to, right? So I've got times 10, 140, subtract 2, 1, 1. Now I'm at 112 and 14. And I wouldn't even know where to start. I would have to do some math on the side, a lot of subtraction involved. But if I use what I know, that can get me there a lot quicker. Okay? So today, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I want you to look at those relationships today. All right? As you go through the practice problems, look at the relationships, see if they can help you. All right? And then there's also a discussion post about the practice problems. You must do both. The discussion post is just answering a question, okay? It's an explanation of your reasoning about something. All right, and then the practice problems, it's not a whole bunch. So get it done, show your work, submit, make your post. And if you need help, you're not sure this isn't really jiving with you well, come on to office hours, all right? Come see what we're doing. If you need help, extra practice, right? And then also please remember we have Dreambox at our disposal. Use it while we have it, okay? Hope you all have a great day. Enjoy it, and please get in touch with me if you have any questions. Adios.